Hi, my name is Jill Heron, and this is the video blog on integration for COUC 500, Orientation to Counselor Professional Identity and Function. It is very interesting studying each of the definitions for the types of counselors that we studied in Chapter 4 this week. Of the different types, Christian counselor, pastoral counselor, lay counselor, biblical counselor, and professional counselor, I would have to say that I most closely relate and aspire to the professional counselor from a Christian perspective. I am transferring to the school counselor program as I have a very strong burden for the students I work with in my local school district. There is such a need for good counselors, and I have seen so many hurting students that need someone to help. Although I am in an area that is somewhat conservative and speaks of God in the schools and classrooms some, I still must be careful that I am applying the biblical principles in my counseling without throwing my faith at them. I must be self-aware of all my spiritual and religious beliefs and be constantly aware of how they affect my counseling. I will have to review my beliefs and make sure that I do not practice with any biases towards the students because of my personal faith and beliefs. I will be integrating my faith into my counseling in the way of Entwistle's Allies model. Entwistle, 2015, speaks of the different models, and I believe that psychology and Christian theology can work together to help the client. I do believe that the Bible is the ultimate truth, and it gives us all things that pertain unto life and godliness, 2 Peter 1:3. But I also believe that psychology can give us many thoughts and answers to a person's problems. It is the combining of these two disciplines in a working relationship that makes us effective as counselors. When looking at the ACA Code of Ethics, Code A4B, I must make sure that I am aware of the line that I must not cross in imposing my beliefs on those I counsel. I must practice the ACA values of autonomy, non-maleficence, beneficence, justice, fidelity, and veracity, which all come into play when dealing with not imposing my values on my clients. If I have a student who expresses a desire for a biblical answer to a problem and asks for my opinion on it, then I will share that viewpoint with them. I will only share my belief and faith and if it is asked for by a student. I have had one instance in a classroom where I had a student ask me what I believed about why people go to hell, and I was then free to have a conversation with them about my personal beliefs. In this same way, in the counseling setting, I will express my belief only when requested, and I will work through each counseling session to do what is best for the student at all times.